It's strange to realize just how far skin production has been scaled back this year. What used to be 6 to 7 per patch has since dwindled to hardly rising above 4. But that's all about to change because the massive summer event is finally here. A new storyline, game mode, poor financial decision, and of course an avalanche of new skins to spend our clearly not so hard-earned cash on. This time the event is centered around yet another returning fan favorite, Anima Squad. In this universe, the Primordians have risen from the ocean depths to end humanity's reign over the surface world. So to combat this threat, the Anima Squad has arrived. A group of fun-loving elite fighters who have enhanced their own arsenal with the use of salvaged Primordian tech. So of course that means augmenting themselves with bunny ears. I've never been fond of this skin line or anime skins in general, but I can applaud Anima Squad for never taking itself too seriously. It's a logical, cheesy fan service that isn't afraid to make the end of the world a little goofier. So even if I don't really like it that much, that doesn't necessarily mean there's anything wrong with it. Besides Silas, and much like our last few summer events, there are 2 legendaries, 2 prestiges, and 2 patches worth of skins to divide them. So to start us off with the first batch, let's begin with Primordian bel'veth. At first glance, this kinda just looks like bel'veth 2.0. It doesn't help the Primordian aesthetic is pretty much ripped straight from hers, but this skin does have an ace up its sleeve, the alt form. Where normal bel'veth's monster mode essentially just tucks the head away for safekeeping, this one goes all out on the deep sea terror. An imposing color scheme, beautiful bioluminescence taper down her arms, and no more stupid dangling legs. For a skin that boils down to just bel'veth, but more of her, it can really only be judged on the rule of cool, and it's pretty goddamn cool. Pearl is the best chroma, 8 out of 10. Primordian rek'sai. Rek'sai doesn't exactly have a personality beyond death metal musician, so all you can really do for a skin is to try and make her as badass a monster as possible, and here, it did a good job. A wicked color scheme, great sound effects, and a fun recall animation despite the wonky perspective. Pool Party will always be top dog fish, but this is a fairly decent offering. At least we can live in solace knowing we finally got a good Eternum skin. Rainbow is the best chroma, 7 out of 10. Battle Bunny Aurora. It's one thing to suffocate a new champion release with the launch of a big event. Again, but isn't this also incredibly redundant? I mean, Aurora was already a bunny. It's like if they made Battle Goat Soraka or Battle Gargoyle Galio.
Sup,
And it's not like her animations would have gotten in the way. The only rabbit part about her movement is the long ears, so you could have just picked another animal with similar proportions. The one upside, though, is that this is the only Anima Squad member that actually looks like she's using salvaged Primordian tech, but it's impossible to shake that this just feels lazy. Oh, don't fret, young creature. You'll have your time in the sun soon. Launch skins are usually never a champion's best. It'll get better for you. Or it won't. Rose Quartz is the best chroma, 5 out of 10. Battle Bat Zaya. Riot, you can't keep doing this to me. We've had so many skins of the bird brain separated, I'm starting to think they got a divorce. I don't care it takes extra effort to make joint recall animations. Setting that precedent was your mistake. And even if you thought Rakan didn't fit this skin line or wanted to keep the Anima Squad a ladies club, which they didn't even do, a Primordian Rakan wouldn't have just been fun, but an awesome flip on their dynamic. Riot, you sold these lovebirds on being together. You can't keep pulling them apart. As for the skin, yeah, Admiral's Eye's fine, I guess. Emerald is the best chroma, 7 out of 10. Cybercat Yumi. Yumi is a sentient program rebuilt from old Primordian tech, now essentially acting as the team's Jarvis. Being a digital hologram is a fun explanation both for why she's untargetable in-game and isn't playable in Swarm. But why is it so boring? Even though Seraphine got a voice filter, the actual artificial life form didn't? From a distance, it just kind of looks like default Yumi with the saturation filter dialed up 10 notches too high, and all believability of a hologram shatters when her base starts folding like a Galaxy Z. My humble opinion, she should have been the one to get a legendary and turn her into a rabbit. The purple one is the best chroma. I don't even know what it's called. The wiki doesn't even seem to care about this thing. 4 out of 10. Battle Dove Seraphine. No matter what I say, I'm gonna be wrong, so this skin,
it's fantastic.
say that again?
Shortening her usually long hair and replacing it with majestic wings, which change depending on her abilities, by the way. Finally ditching that useless microphone for a more practical platform controller. And the sound design of this skin is immaculate. Not just from her basic abilities, which are somehow more musical than her base skin ever was, but that dance. That's peak funky fresh beats right there. Did Seraphine really need another legendary skin?
No, of course not.
But at least this one can rest easy knowing it's free from controversy. $5 says the vocal minority sends threats over the hair again. KDA at home, I mean Amethyst is the best chroma. 9 out of 10. Overall, the first wave of Anima Squad gets a... Oh, there's a mythic scam too. You know, instead of paying $200 for this, you could just get the Nightwire chroma for free. Overall, the first wave of Anima Squad gets a 7.5 out of 10. I will say I do enjoy this batch significantly more than its first foray, where last time they seemed to restrain the other members so that the legendary skin could take center stage. Here, not only do we get some actual villains this time around, but the rest of the team offers something entirely unique to them. unique doesn't always mean good. So until next time, fellas, let me know what you think of week 1 of Anima Squad down in the comments below. Week 2 isn't too far away, and time will tell if they save the best for last like Soul Fighter, or if they leave us with the scraps like they did in Star Guardian. So I'll see you back here when they hit the rift, or hopefully in the next video.